When filmmaker Ken Burns put a spotlight on our national parks, his documentary carried the subtitle America's Best Idea. While that may be true, the nation's care of them has been less than stellar, with budgets that have kept the lights on and the workers paid, but not allowing for much more.
The annual budget of the parks wasn't paying for the capital expenditures.
So it was like owning a home, but only budgeting for the utilities, not the new roof. Kicking the can down the road has resulted in the national parks backlog of $12.5 billion in deferred maintenance projects. At the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, the 13th most visited in the system, the total cost of repairs needed is $51 million.
And they've got an annual budget of about 10 or 11 million bucks.
That's why Senator Rob Portman helped craft the Restore Our Parks Act. Several years in the making, it sets up a steady source of funding for capital projects.
The funding comes from onshore and offshore oil and gas and other energy projects, and the royalties from that now goes into the federal government. Some of that would be diverted toward this use.
Other deferred maintenance projects total $882,000 at the First Lady's National Historic Site in Canton, $1.2 million at the President Garfield National Historic Site in Mentor, and $48.4 million at the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial in Put-in-Bay.
The monument is spectacular. You can go up on top of it. All that is at risk because the seawall that keeps Lake Erie from coming onto Put-in-Bay there is crumbling. And it's crumbling to the point that you can't even go on the seawall in places, and they've got sinkholes and so on. That's a huge expense.
The Save Our Parks Act overwhelmingly passed the Senate this week with bipartisan support.
With millions of dollars available in Ohio will mean that we will be able to keep our national parks and national forests as pristine and available and accessible to the public as possible.
Now, here's the thing. The $114 million in projects here in Ohio alone have been vetted. They're shovel ready, just in need of the funding. So in many ways, this is also a Jobs Infrastructure Act as well. Portman is hopeful the House will act quickly and get this to the president for his signature before July 4th.